How are you doing, guys? No, I think I have my latency wrong. Darn it! I should have had something better than that. I should have had something better than that. I forgot to put it on low latency. Last break of the night. Last break. What's up, CL? CL, you know what happened? You know what happened? What happened was the most. Ooh, I got these the wrong way. I'm just gonna leave them upside down. I think they're better upside down. What's up, Jonathan? So, Jonathan, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Here's my story. So, some of these bozos. What's up, Tom? Well, Tom, I hope we hit you. I hope we hit you. Who'd you get? Let's take a look at our list. And I'm going to tell you guys a story. Betsy has the Diamondbacks, Cody the Orioles, Ken the Red Sox, Dean the White Sox, Jonathan Braves, Cubs, Tigers, Dodgers, Mets, Yankees, Lance the Astros, Tom, Rockies, Angels, Marlins, Brewers, Phillies, Padres, Nationals. Good luck, Tom. Patrick the Indians, Jason the Reds, Adrian the Royals, Victoria the A's, Leander the Pirates and Cardinals, Marty the Mariners, Kevin F the Twins, Mitch the Blue Jays, Patrick the Rangers, and Thomas the Rays. So I'm going to tell you my story. This is classic. This is classic. Classic of what these idiots try to pull, and then when they don't like it, they get caught. Then they start acting all goofy about it. So I got some bozo who bid. I'm just going to say what it is, because we don't. When somebody bids on one of our auctions and they don't pay for it, I just keep them. I just keep them because 9 times out of 10 I get some good hits. That's the way it works out. And man, it may be 8 times out of 10. And I'm not going to give anybody the satisfaction. And we're not a baby breaker. We're not some little guy who's going to fall apart if someone doesn't pay for something. It doesn't really affect us. It doesn't really affect us. So Mitch, come on, dude. You're out of here. Mitch wants to pretend like he was going to pay. Zero feedback, Mitch there. Yeah, he did. Zero feedback, Mitch there, who just made his eBay account. So this is the classic. This is the classic. So what these guys like to do, and this is a part of the fun of this, is that one of these jokers will make a new account, which Mitch did. Old Mitch there, who wants to pretend like he didn't, made an account. And then he puts, oh, look at that, a redemption. Then Mitch puts, and you guys will appreciate this, Jonathan, Tom, we're going to hit you, I'm telling you. The idiot bid $132.50 on the Blue Jays. $132.50 on the Blue Jays, right? Like anyone in their right mind in this product is going to go $132.50 on the Blue Jays, which is fine. You have the right to bid, zero feedback goofball that you are. And like people don't, I mean, this is a classic scam, and you guys will see it if you ever start breaking. Then what they do is then they give you some song and dance about not being able to pay, or I'll pay, or eBay. He used the classic, eBay is making me verify my account before I can pay. Okay? I check his address, doesn't exist. His address doesn't exist. Let's see who this is. Panini Diamond Kings. Ooh. DK Original Signature Hollow Silver. So now we have hit, for Hollow Silver and Gold, we've hit 3 times. We have hit, oh geez. Who's the catcher for the, the closer for the Padres? Let's just see. Oh, this is a good one. This is Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw. Man, we will take Clayton Kershaw. This is the second time we've hit Clayton Kershaw on this one, too. So we'll take Clayton Kershaw every single day of the week. Who has the Dodgers? Jonathan. Clayton Kershaw autograph for Jonathan. Good for you. Look at that bad boy. So classic. And they, they prey on people like this guy, they prey on Trevor Hoffman. Now we've hit Trevor Hoffman 3 times and Clayton Kershaw twice. Clayton Kershaw twice. That is our second silver, DK original signature silver of Clayton Kershaw. Good for you, Jonathan. So they like to prey on. This is what these guys do. So anyone who watches this on the other one, this is what these bozos like to do. So one of them makes a 0. One of them makes their account. They come up with some excuse why. Ooh, downtown already. Why they can't pay. Downtown. Oh, look at that. Mike Trout. Mike Trout. Who has the Angels? Tom. Tom has the Angels, and Tom got a Mike Trout downtown. Look at that, Tom. The case hit. Boom. Well, what they do, no, they do this, and let me finish. I'll tell you, what they like to do is they like to try to play the, they like to play the, hey, what do you do with teams that people don't pay for? Because right after this bozo, I get this message from this other knucklehead, and this other knucklehead says, hey, please let me know if there are any teams that are unpaid for in your break. Well, really? Just out of the blue, you're going to send me this email? Please let me know. Somebody that I've never heard of before. Please let me know because I'd like to buy a team. And I said, oh, well, that doesn't happen with our break. And immediately I get this email back saying, well, what do you do with teams that don't sell? Oh, I keep them. Well, third email. So fishing very hard for me to try to say, well, if you will just take the Blue Jays off my hands, I would be so happy. They run these scams on people all the time. And so this guy's going to pretend like he's not trying to run a scam. And then he sends me some picture to prove to me that he's some real breaker of Nick Solak autos. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. And then then they get mad every single time and they call you names and they try to justify, oh, I was gonna, and because immediately the first thing they say every single time is, just cancel it. Just cancel it. Every single time. No one says, hey, I'm not fake. I'm really a real person. I apologize if you couldn't find my address. I really am going to pay. Just give me a couple minutes. I'll have it paid before the break. If one person did that, I'd be like, absolutely. I apologize to you. I was wrong. But of course, the first thing these idiots always want to do is for you to cancel. Just cancel it. Just cancel it. So their buddies can send me the message of, please, do you have any extra teams that I can have? I will buy whatever teams. And then when you don't want to sell my teams, when you don't, then you're offended. This guy's offended that I don't want to sell him my extra teams. Isn't that crazy? The thing is, again, we are not a little tiny baby breaker. We are not some little breaker that you're going to get me to do whatever you think you're going to get me to do. It's just not going to happen. So now he's sending me messages trying to tell me all kinds of things, and then he starts cussing at me, and then he's angry and upset, and he sends me pictures of his Nick Solak autos to prove to me that he's a big breaker and that he breaks with all these big guys. He's dropping names. I just spent $450 on a spot that had, anybody could say anything else. See, Ellen, you and I just spent $900 on a spot. What does that prove? We spent, so what? Even if you did, which you didn't, you just aren't going to get that thing to happen with us. And I have no doubt these guys always want to try again. So I know these guys they're just silly and vindictive. And they don't have anything better to do with their sad little pathetic lives than to troll breakers. Honestly. And I don't feel bad for us because, again, ain't nothing you can do to us. We are not a small breaker. We are very well insulated, Yeah. Many times. We just did recently. Well, it was a three-way, but we just did recently. Tell me you don't remember. And so, I mean, come on, guys. Go run your scams on other people. Matter of fact, quit running your scams at all. You guys are fake. You and your buddy, I have no doubt, switch off. One day, he'll make the new account, and he'll go pretend like he's going to pay for something, and then you'll swoop in. You'll swoop in. You're legitimate for sure. And then you'll swoop in and say, oh, let me pick up your extra teams. You know, I mean, come on with that crap. and you and I am not one to back down from anything. I just do not back down. And so then you're going to start sending me all your goofy emails telling me your stuff. And then I'm responding to every single one. Keep emailing me, and I'm going to respond to every single one. They are, and it's just sad that they you know, it's just sad. Those kind of people are just sad. They're just sad little people with sad little lives. Michael Baez for the Padres. Who has the Padres? Tom again. Oh, no doubt. No doubt, Tom. Tom goes auto again for the Padres. Michael Baez. You know, and I don't feel bad for me because, again, you aren't going to do anything to us. I mean, you can't. It's just not going to hurt me. It doesn't hurt me to have that happen every once in a while. It happens every breaker. But who you're going to hurt is you're going to hurt the little breaker who's trying to build something for himself. And those are the ones that they always try to prey on. So, you know, I'm not mad. I find it more funny than I do anything else, but I find it sad for other people. It's just sad for other people, you know, and that's what aggravates me. Is not for me. Big deal. I mean, let's be honest with you. I'm okay with keeping the Blue Jays in this. So you can, out of 99, George Brett for the Kansas City Royals. I'm happy to keep him. But geez Louise. I mean, running that scam, it doesn't even look. Yeah, they are, Tom. They are beautiful cards. It doesn't look real. It doesn't feel real. And I don't, you know, I don't know what you guys think you're doing. So take your sad little pathetic selves and go shoplift or something. I mean, good grief. Go bug somebody else. Get a job. Get a girlfriend. Get a life. Get something that's going to occupy your time other than torturing poor little breakers like you guys do. And trust me when I tell you, I am not afraid, ashamed, or any other thing about saying what I'm saying. I mean, you pathetic little trolls. Ah, I love you guys. Pathetic little trolls. Look at that. Wander Franco. Huh? That one's eBay as well. That one's 3. And this one's 3B. Get something. Do something, man. Leave these little breakers alone. This one's 3B. That one's 3. Because I listed it last night. So we have 3 and we have 3B. Get something. What's up, Scott? Man, come on. Again, what are you gonna? I mean, what? You know, honestly, go try to run your game on something else. Oh my Lord. I think the funniest part of the whole thing was when he sent photos and it was Nick Solak. A Nick Solak little crap auto as his justification on how he's a big buyer and that I'm wrong about him. Okay. But never made an effort to pay for his break. Never made the effort to pay for his break. And then he's going to come into the feed and try to say stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing, Tom. These guys are just sad. Just sad. Out of 25 for Seattle, nice. Kyle Seager. And it's Saturday. It is 1:15 in the morning. And let's be honest with you about the whole thing. I don't care. I don't care. People can do what they want. They can take my stuff. It really is, Tom. You are correct. It really is. Nasty little trolls. No, not Tom has been against too. I don't know what you're saying, Jonathan. I don't think I'm following you. So there's my, hey, look at that, another redemption. Even Money says it's Trevor Hoffman. Even Money, that redemption is Trevor Hoffman. Even Money. Tom is new back in the hobby, and I am thankful that you found us, Tom, and that you got into one of our breaks. We appreciate you a lot. People like you are the reason why I do this. And I'm being serious. What's up, Jason? So I am happy you found us, just like I'm happy that Jonathan found us. We love you guys. You're the reason I do this. Good people. Uh-oh, DK206. Six. Signature Hollow Gold. I gotta look this one up. DK206 Signature Hollow Gold. This could be a good one right here. This could be a good one. Signature Purple. Gold. Acuna, Nolan Ryan, Frank Thomas, Altuve, Jordan, or Pete. Holy moly. The only one out of there I don't want. Woo, Frank Thomas. Look at that. Look at that. The Big Hurt. I like it. I like it. Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas. There you go with the White Sox. Who have the White Sox? Dean H. Congratulations, Dean. It's the White Sox. Dean has the White Sox. Dean H. There you go, Dean. The Big Hurt. And it's numbered out of 50. Numbered out of 50. Boom. Jason, we got another break tomorrow, and we got eBay. I mean, I got more Diamond Kings that will be in Monday, so I mean, we'll have plenty of breaks in the Facebook group. Another half case tomorrow. Man, I like it. Clayton Kershaw and Frank Thomas. Clayton Kershaw and Frank Thomas. Ah, he can say hail. Now we do have a profanity thing, but you know, since hell is a place, and I say it sometimes, I'm not gonna penalize anyone else for saying that. Woo! Man, I'm very happy. 2 out of our first 3 boxes have been Frank Thomas and Clayton Kershaw. Man, this is setting up to be a good first 3 boxes. Abraham Toro, Nap, Lajoie. I love him. The big hunk. The big hunk. My favorite part of the commercial is when she's talking to clearly the guy who is her husband, and he's nodding his head like, yes. Come on, dude. Show a little bit of class here. Your wife just called some other dude the big hunk, and you're going to be like, oh, yeah, well, okay. Come on, man up. Unlike the guys who fake bid, man up. Larry Walker, Colorado Rockies. Ronald Acuna. Is that you, Tom, too, with the Rockies? Man, you're all over it. So Mule Suttles is not with a specific team, so he will get just distributed. You also notice that I moved my Giants to the left. That is because I started breaking to get more Giants cards, and I keep them in every break that I do. Mike Trout. I keep my Giants. That is my joy. We do have our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is very, very active. Link is in the item description. Matter of fact, I'll just pop it in there. If anyone decides they would like to be a part of our Facebook group, except for you fake bidders, we would enjoy having you. We do not allow all you fake bidders to join our group, because you are just terrible people. Terrible people. And so you fake bidders, please don't join our Facebook group. As for you good people, like Scott did, like like Jonathan did, like CL, you're good people, and we like you. Dustin May. What do you do with all your Giants cards? I put them in boxes and I stack them on a shelf. Someday I intend to go through them all, because you know what I got? I have redemptions. I have redemptions that I got to send in still. You know, Tom, I get it. I get it. People who don't like Facebook, I get it. I get it completely. I mean, there are benefits to being in the Facebook group over eBay, but if you don't like Facebook, you don't like it, and I completely understand. I completely understand. We would love it if you'd come and hang out with us here. Even if you aren't buying in, you just want to come and hang out and talk during the break, we'd love to talk to you during the break. Ah, Mule. Daggone you. Now we're going to have to random this one off at the end. So Mule would get randomed off to someone at the end. What? Well, his name is Mule. Yeah. Tomorrow, Scott, we're doing a random. Oh, that one's got damage right there on the corner. Bowman Retail, 2020 Bowman Retail random. Those are always fun. Last time we hit a Wander Franco auto, which was nice. And for us, Tom, honestly, I don't care if you buy into the breaks. I mean, if you're going to buy in, that's great. Buy in. If you're not, come and hang out. Max Scherzer. You're always welcome to come and talk baseball. Talk baseball cards. Oh, nice. Are you? Good for you, Jonathan. The buy-sell trade share is getting bigger, and it's getting busier, which is nice. 67 a spot, or 130 for 2, I think. It's a straight random 25 spots. And it's 108. It's a full case. It's 108 packs of the value packs, the ones that have the camo. It's 108 of those. $108 of those. It's posted in the group, I think. Oh, look at that, Omar Vizquel. Look at that. Cleveland Indians, Vizquel, patch auto. Patrick F. Cleveland Indians, patch auto. Omar. Look at that. I like it. I like it. There's Mule again. I am a big fan of the camo. I always have been. Plus, you're usually going to have at least a green auto, plus whatever else you get from the retail. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from the retail side of it. Smokey Joe, Richie Ashburn, and somebody's going to have a bunch of Dominguez. Someone else is going to have a bunch of Poussin. Someone else a bunch of Witt. No autos in camo. Nope. Kevin, you are right. Jordan. Good night. Love you. But it's a ton of cards. Ken Griffey Jr. And then we have eBay at 11. Yeah, any Poussin is solid. Any Poussin is solid. Ty Cobb, look at that. Duran is another excellent hit. Carl Hubble. We have hit 4 Dominguez autos. We've hit base, refractor, purple, and blue. Pete. There you go. New York Mets, Pete Alonso. So I'm hoping that we can get a gold would be awesome. I want a gold. We're going to keep going down that. The green next since we're opening the green. Let's see. Let me get these right. There. Got to separate the auto stack from the non-autos. So how many boxes are we in? 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, so that was it was what's his name? Okay. I was like, wait, did we have an auto this time? Mule. The Babe. We need a 1 of 1. I don't care who it is. I hit 1 in the first case we opened. First case we opened? Second case we opened. I don't know, something. Lou. You know, I gotta put Lou. I'm gonna put Lou in a sleeper. What was the Yankees this time? Who has the Yankees this time? Oh, Jonathan does. Nice. Did you have him last break too? Gotta love some Pete. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay, so there is an auto in this. Bill Terry. Trent Grisham, San Diego. Another autograph for Tom. Another autograph for Tom. Oh, you're a Mets fan, huh? You're getting a little pushback from our group. We have several Mets guys in our group. Several Mets guys in our group. Keston. Kevin, who do you have? You have the Twins? Is that you? Less than 2 years. Less than 2 years. You want to hear our story, Scott? Here is our story. I honestly never even heard of breaking until August of 2018. And that is the truth. Never even heard of it. And on free baseball card pack day at the local card shop, my kids and I went down there. And I knew the guy at the local card shop, nice guy. And they got their free packs, and I said to him, "So what is the big product right now?" And he said it is Topps Chrome, 2018 Topps Chrome. And I said, "Oh yeah, what are the boxes?" So he told me Hobby Jumbo. I ended up buying a Jumbo. In that first box of Jumbo, we hit a dual auto of Ozzie Albies and oh geez, who was with him? Not Acuna, the other one. I can't think of who it was. We hit the Yankees, a Yankees auto, not Torres. Anyway, whoever that other guy was, I can't remember these guys' name. And we hit Ronald Acuna Blue Auto Redemption. And I went there and I put them on eBay, not thinking much of them. And then I saw what they sold for. And I was like, well, hey, wait a minute. What is all of this? And so I started Chris Bryant. So I started looking at on eBay, and I saw this thing called a break. Now, it wasn't Freeman. Who's the other rookie? Who was the other rookie during that time? Anyway, it'll come to me. A rookie pitcher. But, and I saw this thing called a break. And so I thought, well, and so I watched a couple of them. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'll wait for me to get more Giants. And I bought into a couple of breaks, and honestly, I hated the experience. I hated the experience, because I was a rookie at it and I was overpaying. And I wasn't even aware that I was overpaying until I finally started sitting down and really looking at it. And B, it took so long to get my cards. And I had been investing in, I was doing more Topps Chrome. Yes. Was it Soroka? No, there's another one around that time. Andujar was Andujar was no, there was another one, not Mike Soroka. I don't think it was. For some reason, my mind wants to say it was a short name. And I think they traded him. Did they trade somebody? Anyway, whoever it was. And because I was investing, I was doing 2018 Topps Chrome jumbo breaks, and I was buying my Giants, of course. Yu Chang, Cleveland Indians. Who has Cleveland? Patrick F. again. I can't remember. I'll look it up at some point. But anyway, there was only him and Acuna. What's up, Marty? The only break I get is at work when. Guys, this is Marty. He is my guy at one of my distributors. Marty is good people. Not only does Marty help me get lots of product, he also gives me advice about raising corgis, which is very helpful. So everyone say hello to Marty. Marty, these are the guys. And maybe ladies, I don't know. But I see the guys talking. And so, Melot, look at that. And so I started seeing, and then I started having thoughts. I thought, man, if they did this and if they did that, I think it would be better for people, and I think it would make the experience better. And that's where that kind of started from. And so I started with, and this is the truth, I started with $5,000 to get this whole thing going. And Marty can tell you, because Marty was the first distributor I was a part of. And this whole journey for me is also, and I won't get into it because I know people get offended when you talk about it. And I really don't care if I offend you, but it's a whole different conversation. Is a lot of this has to do with, all of this breaking that we do now has to do with my faith, the way that I was raised. I'm a Christian. I am not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I should have acted better than I did tonight. I didn't say anything bad that I'm embarrassed by it. It's just I shouldn't let people, shouldn't let knuckleheads do the kind of knucklehead things they do. But it's a different conversation. But that is also a huge part of it. So I will get back to the breaking part and saying that we started breaking and we struggled along. We struggled along like all small breakers do, and it was just a lot of work. It was hard work, and not making a lot of headway. And then in December of last year, Marty called me. We had built a Facebook group. Ooh, out of 99. The 3000 Roberto Clemente. That's a nice one. And we were running about 500 people in the Facebook group. We were selling out breaks, but it was taking a while. A lot of focus on eBay. Just a lot of work trying to get us where we needed to be. And then Marty called me in December and said, hey, there's this opportunity. Topps is going to be doing something with breakers. And I said, I'm in. Whatever it is, I don't care what it is. We want in. And so that's where the million card rip party part of this came from. I call a lot still. I email a lot too. But that's where the million card rip party came in. Is that Marty put our name in with Topps as who they wanted to represent them, and then after some some emails back and forth with a really great guy at Topps. We were in. And that was the change for us. We had, honestly, guys, we had no business being there. I mean, you want to talk about a small fish in a very big pond. Those are all the biggest breakers out there were a part of that. And, you know, if you looked around that room, I mean, it was, for the baseball card industry, it was a who's who, and then us. I mean, we had no, which is part of that whole faith thing. Uh-oh. This one's turned the wrong way. Aquino. Because, you know, it has moved along. Our breaks have moved along the way they have, and I have no doubt about it. It is all divinely inspired. We were small potatoes. Every success that we've had as breakers has been divinely inspired. I believe that 100% from meeting Marty, because we just barely made it in. Those are one of my favorites. We just made it in under the wire of being able to get product when we got in. Right after we got in, they stopped. Hey, look at that, Luciano. Stop accepting new customers. I mean, every step of the way, everything that's happened with us has been improbable. Not impossible, but improbable. And so, you know, we did the million card rip party, and we just went off after that. We do breaks in the Facebook group 6 days a week. Look at that, out of 25. Dodgers, Walter Alston. Who has the Dodgers? Oh, that's Jonathan too. Jonathan. I did have a full-time job, and after the rip party, we had just become so busy that I couldn't do both. I went down to part-time at work, and then it just got to the point where I couldn't keep up with it. And so I do this now full-time. Jesus Luzardo. Look at that. For the A's. And we are, you know, everything that we do, you know, it really is. It really is divinely inspired, and I have no doubt about that. You know, and again, I include meeting Marty and getting to know Marty in that conversation. Marty's good people. And when I have an issue, when I have something, I go to Marty with it, and he usually talks me down off the ledge. It's been more than I would have ever believed. I never really thought that it was going to be what it has turned into. I mean, the fact that and this is the truth, Ken Griffey Jr., but this one will be out of 99 for the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Reds. Nice. We, you think, I think a year ago, and it would take sometimes, for our breaks, it would take at the start of this thing, I mean, again, a year ago, it would take us sometimes 2 days to fill a break. 2 days to fill a break. Now, we've had randoms, more than one, that have filled in under a minute. I mean, that is not an uncommon occurrence for our breaks. You know what I'm saying? So, again, no complaints from me about where we're at. I mean, you always want things to be a little bit different. But it has been, blessed from the beginning and up to this day. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't take any of this stuff for granted that happens, because I think the minute that I do that, the minute that I become, oh, look at that, Nico, nice. The minute that I become complacent's not the right word, but self-important. self-important, I think that that's when we run into trouble. And so I try very hard to guard against that. You know, my worth is based in the breaks that I do with all of you guys. Because if all of you guys decided to not buy into our breaks anymore, there would be no more breaks. You know what I'm saying? So what we do and what we have, that's why it's, you know, that part of it is so important to me, to make sure I'm taking care of the guys who break with us, because I mean, I know where it comes from. You can try. Oh no. Oh, Ken, why? Why, Ken? I thought I had an auto. Darn it. So, and that brings us to today. I mean, we continue to grow. We continue to do well. Oh, it would never have happened. If my kids did not pester me about going to get a free pack of cards, it never would have happened. Never would have happened. I mean, that is just the simple truth. $17 teams. I have to tell you, though, honestly, the record, I had one guy buy 20 of 29 teams. I think it's 28 teams in one break. That's the record. Are you talking about this one, Tom? Ken Griffey Jr., Seattle Mariners. And honestly, I don't. We try not to care and look at the way other people handle their things. Yes. Yeah, I bet you guys do. Oh, who has Seattle? No, it's the Marlins. Mariners. That's Marty. Marty has the Mariners. Not this Marty, but a Marty. So that's where it's, and it's a lot more. Believe me, Scott, when I tell you, it is a heck of a lot more in depth than that. You know, I don't like to push Suarez for the Reds. Push faith onto people. You know, and some people don't want to hear that, but that is the reason why we do it. I mean, right down to the fact that we pay tithes on the profits of the business. I mean, that is the truth. And I don't try to hide that, but I also don't try to stick it in anybody's face. You know what I'm saying? Gavin Lux. And it is way more than I ever thought it would be. Way more. I didn't have any idea where it would be or where it would go. But I'll tell you what, that rip party, that's why I don't run around saying bad things about Topps. Because without that rip party, we're just still at small fish puttering along. And I still think I still feel like we're a small fish, though people like to tell me different. The Babe. But I guess it is a little bit hard to argue with the fact that we, you know, when you have breaks that sell out in under a minute, it's kind of hard to argue the point, you know, of where you're at. My faith is what carries me. Dylan Cease. and it is spread into so many different parts of my life that it's made everything better, you know. And I apologize to anyone who medium size. Yeah, we're a teenage fish now. I apologize to anyone who doesn't like to hear that. I'm not one who likes to come onto my feed and preach to anyone. So my apologies if that's not what you like. But that is what we are. And so, you know, if that affects how you feel about us or buying or not buying into our breaks, I get it. But it's not religious though either. I mean, you know, again, I don't want to get mired in it, but I'm a person of faith and not religion. I think those are two very different things. Is there a time my faith wasn't there? I was born and raised in church. So there have been times in my life where I ran away from it. Absolutely. When I was younger, for sure. Jonathan, for sure. And I am one who has to learn the lessons the hard way. I am one who has to learn the lessons the hard way. So I have had to learn I've put myself in very difficult situations in my life because of my need to try to control it and my need to not put anything in anyone else's hands. But it's amazing that I think, and I've talked about this with the pastor. Actually, I did a video here recently at the church talking about the business and everything that goes into it. And I think that if we would have gotten in, 2 years ago instead of, 4 years ago instead of 2 years ago, where would we be now? I always think that, where would we be now? But then I don't believe 4 years ago I was necessarily ready to be anything else. You are ready when the Lord decides you are ready. Nolan Arenado out of 25. Nice. Did we not have an auto in here? And part of this process for me has been, let me crack these open. Part of the process of learning all of this, Jonathan, has been learning to walk in complete and total faith. Because, and sometime I'll talk to you about it if you want to. Because what I can say to you is, and I mean this, there is no reason that we should be where we are now as a business, except that someone has had their hand in it. You know what I'm saying? Good for you, Tom. I'm happy for you. Because someone has had their hand in this. And being in this has forced me to not confront my faith. Because, having been born and raised in church, I've always believed in the Lord. Has made me understand, has helped me to understand that the one thing that I was always missing in my life, in my walk, well, that would have sucked, Marty. I wouldn't like that. So we started at the right time because I got Marty. With my walk is that is letting go of that control. Because needing to understand is what always got me in trouble. 2020 tops. Oh, man. Isn't that great how those work out, though, Scott? And so I don't know about you, Jonathan, but that for me, for someone who is pig-headed and stubborn and who has to learn every lesson the hard way, understanding and knowing that I'm not in control has been difficult. But then at the same time, knowing and understanding that he has it under control and I don't need to has been one of the greatest revelations of my life. And that's for the business. I mean, that is 100% this business. 100% this business. Because again, we have no business being what we are now in the short time we've gotten here. None. Except that somebody else wants this for me and for our family. And every single time I have a question, it is answered. And the answer is always the same. You know, I gave this to you for a reason, and just walk in the faith the way I gave it to you, and it'll all be fine. And it has been every step of the way, so I can't complain. Munoz, did we go Padres again? Padres again with Munoz. But that's a great thing, right? You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You have to do your best. And, you know, everyone's going to fall down. Everyone's going to make mistakes. You get back, you dust yourself off. You know, and you go. I'm going to tell you guys my worst day. I'm going to tell you guys my worst day. My worst day breaking. It happened recently. And, you know, we've been in this pandemic. And our business has not... well, we do work hard, Marty. But that's in part because I'm afraid not to. I know, you know. You've been given something, you know, you take it on faith, you act in faith. You know what I'm saying? And so I try to act in faith. But here's my worst day. And this, I'll tell you guys this. And I would only tell this story because it's 1:57 on a Saturday morning. This pandemic that we are going through has not slowed us down one bit. One bit. Matter of fact, we have been busier because of it. One day, I was in a bad mood because Danny Mendick. Did we go do 2 autographs in that one? Nice. I was having a bad day. I was having a bad day because my internet wasn't working the way I wanted to, and shipping wasn't going the way I wanted to go. Things weren't getting to people as quick, and I'm in a grumpy mood, and we're breaking, right? And I am just in a bad mood, and not talking to anybody, no interaction. I always interact, so when I'm not interacting, there's something wrong. And got through the break and got done and just got off because I was upset. Mendick is White Sox. I apologize. I apologize for that, Tom. Chicago White Sox. I will do better. And then the next day, I got a message from one of the guys. And he's a small business owner, and he's in New York City. And he started telling me his story about, for the last month and a half, they had been living on peanut butter and jelly, White Sox. And, I mean, peanut butter and bread. His business had fallen apart. They had lost some family members. Others were in the hospital. And that was my lowest day. Because I was so embarrassed. I am worried about my internet not being as perfect as I want it to be. And the shipping from from the post office not being exactly where I want it to be. And this guy is, you know, family's barely holding on. Barely holding on. And that was the worst day and the absolute best day since we started doing this. The worst day and the best day since we started doing this. Because the lesson I learned that day was the most important one that I have learned while we've had this business. You know? And it was a reminder of how blessed we are with everything that we do, Barrios. And how much more difficult it could be than what it is. You know what I'm saying? So. And it was a good day, because since that day, I'm like, you know, the attitude is better. I hear it. I get it. I understand where that lesson came from. Arozarena. Randy Arozarena, Tampa Bay Rays. Who has the Rays? Thomas W. Arozarena. That's a mouthful. And I made so many good friends while we started breaking too. I mean, you know, I met Marty through this. I met CL, who I count on for a lot of stuff. And we have conversations sometimes to the wee hours in the morning about all of this foolishness, you know. And that's been a good part of it. Nothing worth doing is going to be easy. And I like that as well. So there you go. Again, my apologies to anyone who's watching who is bothered by that. Only because I'm not the kind of person who likes to shove my faith in other people's face. So I apologize if you're bothered by that. Dom, Shoeless Joe, Satchel Paige. Domingo Leba. Davey. Is this a second auto? Nice. Phillies. Davey, I don't know how you say his last name. Grullon? Gruyon? I don't have any idea. But it is an auto for the Phillies. And for our breaks, and that's why certain things, you know, and I've talked to Marty about this, and I've talked to CL about this, so they both know that there are certain things that I just can't do, and I just won't do as part of our breaks because I just feel like they're wrong. I'm not one who, you know, there's just certain things I can't do, and so we just don't do it. If, for example, I feel like the price of a product has gone beyond the value we can get out of it. Last Box Mojo, guys. Anyone want to Last Box Mojo? Now is your time to Last Box Mojo. But seriously, if a product goes beyond what I think the value that we can pull out of it, we just stop breaking it altogether. And I personally believe that it is incumbent upon the breaker to do that, because that's why I need you, CL. That's why I need you. Last Box Mojo means we just wanted this last box to have some big hits in it, Tom. We are rooting for some last box big hits. So we Last Box Mojo. A little mojo. Let's give it a little mojo rub down. There. There's a mojo rub down. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Vladdy. So you know, and I think that's also part of what helps our breaks is that we are, you know, Nico. Are we locked up? We'll wait for it. No, we're not. I can't help it, Marty. I just can't. There are just some things I can't do, and so what are you gonna do? How nice I am. I don't know. You might be the only one who. I think we do. I think we do a commendable job as a business of taking care of our people. I do believe that. If that's what you mean by nice, I think our first I don't know. First thing we always think about is try to think about is the guys who break with us first. You know what I'm saying? I know people get bummed out about not being able to shout profanities, but that's just the way it is. Manny Machado, San Diego Padres. Manny Machado. We have fun. You know, our Facebook group is fun. I think we do. I mean, I really do think we do. I mean, but again, I do unto others, right, as you would have done unto you, and I think that's either you live by that or you don't, and I choose to. There are times though when it's tested. There are times when it's tested. I got to suck up to Marty, and I do a pretty good job of it. No, I don't actually suck up to Marty. Hey, where's our auto at? Is this it? Come on, be something worthwhile. Are you going to be something worthwhile? It's a sideways. I think it's a patch auto. I think it's a patch auto. Elston Howard. And there's Vladdy there. Brendan McKay. Tampa Bay Rays. What?
Tag.
So if I want a Facebook... No, a tag means you want a reminder, Scott. A tag is a reminder. So if it's a break that you're interested in, here you go. You say, hey, I want a tag, and that is your way to let me know, hey, I'm interested in this break. So when you put more announcements out, I will tag you in it to either remind you it's coming up or, let you know if there's something going on. You still have to actually, when the break goes live tomorrow at 6, you still have to claim your spots as normal, but a tag is I'm interested. So these are all the ones we put in a sleeve. Sales and corgis. We'll do mule at the end. So that's why you would ask me for a tag, is because you're interested. You go there. You go there. You're there. You're there. You're there. That Wander Franco really is very nice. Downtown went Mike Trout. Thank you, Tom. We are happy to have you here, and please feel free to stop by, like I said, anytime and just hang out with us. Quad patch. Max Scherzer of the Nationals for the Nationals, and Pete Alonso for the Mets. We have 2 Corgi puppies, Jonathan, so, and Marty owns one, so he helps me with it. Jorge Polanco for the Twins. These are Jersey Kings. For the Rockies, Larry Walker. For the Cubs, Chris Bryant. Ken Griffey Jr. for the Mariners. Manny Machado for the Padres. And out of 25, Nolan Arenado for the Colorado Rockies. That one's nice. 2 of, this is my favorite one, Ken Griffey Jr. and Aquino. The same thing we had last half. We had an Aquino and a Griffey, both for the Reds. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure. These are pretty tough hits, though. Modern Art, Wander Franco, which is nice, and Suarez for the Reds. These are just numbered cards. George Brett out of 99. Kyle Seager out of 25. Roberto Clemente out of 99. Walter Alston for the Dodgers out of 25. And then that Nico Horner. Our downtown was Mike Trout, which is great. Mike Trout, downtown. Now let's figure out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we had 1 extra auto. Darn it. Why? If we would have finished as strong as we started, right? These are all patch autos. Baez for the Padres. Grisham for the Padres. Yu Chang for the Indians. Luzardo for the A's. Munoz for the Padres. Danny Mendick for the White Sox. Arozarena, Tampa Bay Rays. Davey, I don't know how to say his last name, for the Phillies. Dylan Cease for the Chicago White Sox. So the White Sox had a couple. Really fun, super autograph of Omar Vizquel. I love Vizquel. And also Brendan McKay, Tampa Bay Rays. Vizquel was an Indian, I'm sorry. And then we had 2 redemptions. We had one that was the DK Original Signature Hollow Silver, and I think this was out of 50, 49 maybe, of for the Dodgers of Clayton Kershaw. I think this one's out of 49, and this one is out of 50. DK 206 Signature Hollow Gold of Frank Thomas for the White Sox. Another fantastic break, guys. Both inner cases of this master case were very good. Very good. A lot of fun as always. We appreciate you guys greatly. Uh-oh, Mule. And I forgot to give away Mule, so give me 1 sec. And we're going to give away Mule. Give me a sec, get this set up, and then we'll do this. Okay, so let's bring up the display capture. We always just go to 10. So we'll go to 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Mule goes to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pittsburgh Pirates. There you go. So there you go. Mule is going to the Pirates. Our break is done. I'll take some pictures. I'll put it in the Facebook group. And we'll come back tomorrow and do it again. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you for listening to me blather on as I will do from time to time. We will see you tomorrow night. If you're going to come back and hang out with us or buy in, Facebook group tomorrow if you want to be a part of that. Again, if you're interested in the break, get a tag and I will tag you so it'll give you a reminder. And you guys all have a fantastic rest of your night. Stay safe, stay well, and we appreciate you guys a lot. Especially, I'm going to give a shout out to CL and Marty. Truthfully, to the most important people to the business, day in and day out. So there's my 2:15 a.m. shout out to Marty and CL. So you guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll talk to you soon.